How's it going, everybody? I'm filming this on Saturday night. I'll be putting it up tomorrow, Sunday, but I'm gonna push for the hour-long ramble here today. I got a couple of things I'm gonna tap on. I'll be drinking some water. I might bounce in and out from soft-spoken to whispering, depending how I'm feeling. I'm just gonna ramble about whatever. I'm hoping I can hit an hour here, at least close enough to it. I only hit 2 garage sales today. Nothing doing. It's been just barren out here. I even looked up Massive Peak, just for kicks, and they had like maybe 6 or 7 on Craigslist. Now that doesn't mean there aren't other ones. Obviously, just on pole, people putting signs on poles or whatever. But they had a little more, but not even. They weren't close to what they would normally have. There were none on Craigslist for Islip itself. There was Central Islip and West Islip, and this shit's weird. It goes Babylon, West Islip, Bright Waters Bayshore, Islip, West Islip's here, Extra Towns, Islip. You think, and then East Islip's next to Islip. Central Islip is above Islip. You think West Islip would also be next to Islip, but it's not. The ones I found today were actually posted on, there were signs on the telephone poles. But there was nothing to them. So, that was kind of fucked. It's been a disappointing season, honestly. Like, I've gotten some alright stuff, it's one of the things I'm be tapping on. I'll make that disc sound people like. It is a nice sound. I got this in one of the G sales with a bunch of other stuff. I think I spent like $11 and got 11 games. When I got the other set of games with a Sports Resort and Mario Party and Pokemon. And then I got the Sonic DS game, Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Maker. And I got the PS2, that PS2 Slim one with a couple of games, but I got the Goosebumps books as well. But other than that, it's not been, a great summer at all, actually. I would have expected to at least got double what I had. But, times are changing on the garage sale front. But what are you gonna do? Watched that movie Beast earlier. A pretty good movie. It's got Idris Elba, Charlotte Copley. He was from District 9. He was in the A-Team movie. Elysium, I think, some other stuff. I think he voiced Chappie, right? Hardcore Henry. Pretty good movie. Some spoilers here, but the beginning is these poachers kill these lions, but they don't get the one, and then the one just starts killing everybody. And then it's like killing villagers and shit, and it goes on a rampage. Because as the guy says, it's kind of now figured out who its enemy is type thing. And pretty good though, Good, just kind of, movie to watch. I have not watched that 3rd episode of Rings of Power yet. I was looking I mentioned this in the video that I put up today on Saturday, but I only had season 1, unfortunately. I didn't realize it till before. This is a show that came out in 2002, like I said in the other video. It went to like 05, 06. And I just enjoyed it. I remember watching it. I don't know if I watched it on Discovery Kids at the time, or it might have been on something else. It's a Canadian show called, it's got two names. It's Strange Days at Blake Holsley High is what I remember it being called, but when I tried to look it up on there, it was under Black Hole High, which is what they call the school they go to. It's like a boarding type school, prep school, I guess. And it's about these kids. Let's see, it's Josie's the one who comes there. She's like a new student. There's Corinne, Marshall, Lucas, and then Vaughn. He's kind of bullyish, but not really. And then he comes along, and they all like each other. They have like the science club. Professor Zachary's like the main guy, and there's a principal. I forget her name. And there's Vaughn's dad, something Pearson. Why can't I? Victor. I think his name's Victor. The point of the show is there was just like this paradigm laboratories like right next to the school. And there was an accident like 15 years before the start of the show. So now all types of weird shit, like the facility was like destroyed, and now all weird shit happens at this school. There's black holes, there's like wormholes. It's very like kind of X-Files light. There's like, 1 week the one kid's turning invisible, or they're picking up broadcasts from the future on a radio, while still intertwining like the main story. I remember liking it when I originally watched it. It was just fun. I don't know. I liked it. I still do like it now. Watching it now, it brings back a lot of memories. I'm gonna have to find the other. There had to have been at least 3 seasons, maybe 4. So I think YouTube has some of them, but I was like, holy shit, yeah, it was a really cool show. Some of the people popped up in other stuff. I mean, the guy who plays Marshall, who was on Schitt's Creek, is Patrick for like 4 of the seasons or 5 of the seasons. But it's kind of like Victor Pearson, Vaughn's dad. He like is on the school board. He's like the big donator of the shit in the school. But he ran and founded, I guess, Paradigm Industries. Oh, yeah, he's also the janitor at the school who you come to find out like who he is. But he knows everything that's going on, all the weird shit. So he's got like kind of it's kind of like one of those I don't say higher beings because he's not a higher being, but there's always like somebody in a lot of these kind of shows that like knows everything and shit, and knows the ins and outs and's doing his own or her own thing and shit like that. Because as time travel happens, this when they go into these black hole wormholes, sometimes they end up in one episode. They end up in like 1977. So Vaughn sees his mother and father when they went to the school, and shit. And the janitor's there as well too, I think. And he has an age, but it's a cool show. I don't know. I liked it back then for whatever reason. I still like it now. I don't know. It focuses on like all the main characters too. It's not like certain ones get pushed to the front and shit like that, which is kind of nice. But that was cool. I was excited to find out. I'm not watching Rings of Power today. I'm watching I think I ended up watching like 6 or 7 episodes throughout the day, and then we watched Beast. Is there anything else I watched? No, I don't think so. I said I haven't been playing much. Even the Cowabunga collection I haven't played since I played it after the gameplay video one night, but I haven't played since then. It's been probably 5 days or something. I don't know since I've played it. Here's something. Tap on the Final Fantasy book. I need to do another page turning of this soon. Probably when I get back from Florida. I don't know. Someone asked about like a page turning, if I had a Pokemon, anything Pokemon related. I know I did. I'm pretty sure I did the page turning Pokemon Gale of Darkness strategy guide video. That would be on my channel if you look that up. I'm pretty sure I have a Pokemon book I got at a garage, so I just grabbed it. It was like $2. I thought it might have some value. It's like a thick fucking thing. I think that's in a bin in the basement. We're going to Florida on Wednesday, so that should be fun. I'll hit the flea market down there on Lake Wales that I always hit. I've gotten some stuff from there in the past. We might go see that movie Barbarian when we're down there. It came out today. Oh, not today, yesterday. It's like a horror movie. Looks pretty decent. We consider maybe going to Legoland because it's not that far from where we are, where we'll be staying. So I don't know though. They built it. It used to be Cypress Gardens over there, and they actually still have the botanical gardens. Cypress Gardens is kind of like a, it's like half botanical gardens, half like, you take a little boat ride through little things, and people were dressed up like they were in the fucking like maybe like early 1900s. I'm forgetting the big umbrellas and shit, fucking crazy dresses. And there's also it was also like a kind of like a wait, if you have to live on Long Island, Adventureland. Not a theme park, but like a what the fucking word be? But it's like a park. It was like a rides and stuff. Nothing crazy, but it's pretty cool. But now, like I said, that became Legoland a while ago. Might do another airboat ride. We did one of those. One of the first times we went down together. We'll see. There goes that train. Getting that horn as loud as humanly possible. I swear, like I said, some of the times, I swear they've got louder horns on those things. It's ridiculous. Fall is almost here, so you're gonna see a lot more Halloween-related shit coming out. Like I said, I want to do those film reviews, like the horror movie reviews, and I might still do a gameplay or two of like a survival horror game as well. I don't know, and shit. When I get back from Florida, I'm gonna look at the capture cards and stuff again, and then finally I'll probably buy one like early October. Go from there, taking the steps for the other channel. Sports Ramble to do as well. Football start. Well, this will be up before the games start, the 1 o'clock games start. I always found it like crazy that like on the East Coast it's 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but if you live on the West Coast, like in your city, you happen to be a fan of an East Coast team, you're gonna be getting those games at 10 a.m., 10 and 1, which is kind of going away because then the games are kind of done by 4 o'clock. Or if your team you like's on at 10. By 1 o'clock you're done, which is kind of cool. You just gotta like be ready to do shit and watch those games real early. It's always interesting to me. But that starts tomorrow, NFL. I mean, it started. The full slate's tomorrow. It started. The Bills like destroyed the Rams on Thursday Night Football. Baseball playoffs will be coming up soon. And then you got hockey and basketball starting up in October. Hockey's usually early October, and then basketball's usually like tail end of October. Usually they might have their first game on like the 30th or Two of my G.I. Joe 25th anniversary. Two of my G.I. Joe 25th anniversary figures actually got pushed up. I remember I pre-ordered them back in February. It said they were coming out like May of 2023. They've been all the way pushed now to November of 2022. So that's cool. I won't say those figures. I might do a pickup video of them, but I'm happy to get them. Gotta see some in the background there. I do not have any space for them. I saw they're re-releasing like all the Harry Potters into the movies, I believe. Jaws, 3D. I saw Avatar's gonna get re-released for what, like the 5th fucking time. James Cameron's gotta be pissed when like that movie drops out of first of gross all time, so it gets re-released. It's so annoying. Honestly, I ask people now, but I thought that movie was overrated as fuck, man. The first one came out with 2009. He's like hyping up this fucking second and third and fourth one that's supposed to, I think, maybe come out this year, the second one. I remember seeing the commercial. I'm like, it looks alright, although the one ship, I'm like, is that the fucking drop ship from Halo? Like, what is that? It looks like a fucking Halo ship. I didn't even watch the full movie. I mean, I've seen, like, I remember I watched about 45 minutes. I was like, this is boring as fuck. Was not into it. And then I remember seeing, like, another half hour, 45 minutes at other points. I remember trying to watch it from the beginning. I got, like, 45 minutes, and it was like fucking Knives, that movie Knives Out, which was decent, but I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I want to finish the rest of this movie. I'm like, we probably only have, like, 45 minutes left. The fucking movie was on for 45 minutes. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? I feel like I was watching it for 2 days. But Avatar was just fucking boring. I don't know. I thought I didn't understand the hype. I really didn't. Like, I guess I understand when people like it. It's like, oh look, great effects and shit. But I was like, this is fucking what? No. I gotta get into the role plays again when I get back from Florida as well. I was hoping to film them before I left, but I don't think that's happening. Try to get some of those when I get back. What else? I'm like looking here, I'm like just under 20 minutes. I'm like, oh god. I literally just need to fucking go, just really ramble out. I'll try to get back into the video games as well when I get back. Been kind of neglecting them. I saw something on that. I went to sign on. I put this on Instagram. I took a picture of it. I went onto my channel on the laptop. There's a little thing up top. Like sometimes they give you like little updates or alerts, whatever you want to fucking call them. And it was like, we've in the ASMR community, we're enforcing more like things they consider sexual in nature in the ASMR community now. I understand. They say they'll either be restricted or completely removed with sexually gratifying sounds. They said, but I don't do those kind of videos. Everybody knows like ASMR could be used for fucking, that kind of shit. I've seen channels that do it. I personally have no problem with it. It's not really my thing, but it's weird that they've taken this long to all of a sudden enforce shit. It's like, why are they? I don't understand. But I was like, uh-oh. I was like, I hope my eating videos don't get it, but they didn't. YouTube's always, changing their things. I'm sure there'll be some kind of update in 2023. How you need this many subs to get monetized, or this amount of minutes viewed, or you can't do this or that. It's kind of like, and they always say it's for your benefit, like it always is going to help you. This is similar to what eBay does. eBay removes PayPal, right? They got rid of PayPal. Like you can still pay through there, and you can pay for your labels through there, but there's no more PayPal fees. It all goes through eBay. Now, of course, they act like this. You're gonna fucking get awesomely hooked up. Like, oh shit, this is go great for you. It isn't. In my experience, since that happened, because they're telling you the fees are gonna be less or about the same. They're about the same sometimes, very rarely less, most of the time more. Because I'm looking back, because I keep track of all the shit I've sold in notepads. I write down. And I could do, if I knew how to use Excel or something, I would do it on there. But I was like, I think I sold something like $20, and I'm like looking at the fees on my thing, my chart that I had in the notebook, the most like recent one before it flipped over, and the fees were not as high as they were now. So eBay's like, but it's weird too. They fucking are. They're like different fees for different items you sell and shit. And whatever. I still think eBay's fine overall, but I was just kind of like, they always try to make it seem whenever it's something. I feel like 7 out of 10 times whenever a platform chain like really does an overhaul of its shit or add stuff, and they always say it's for the benefit of you, but 7 out of 10 times it is not. There's another train blaring its horn. It really isn't, but you gotta laugh sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, strengthen the community, or this is gonna help you, this is for your fucking benefit and safety. Is it though? I first started selling on eBay in 2006, and I don't sell shit. Like sometimes, like I have years where I would sell a lot, depending on like if that was like kind of my main source of trying to get money. But I haven't barely this year, and now they have that fucking thing. It's like YouTube. If you hit $600, the government implemented this. You'll get a 1099. Now, if you can prove you're not making profit off what you're selling, you don't have to pay taxes on it. But eBay's like, contact your local fucking politicians, Congress people, or whatever, and because they're not a fan of it either, because they're like, people are gonna start fucking declaring things they shouldn't. They're not gonna know what to fucking do. It's gonna cause confusion. Because I think now it's like 20 grand you can hit before you have to declare it. Maybe you can sit here and say that's maybe too much, right? To drop it to $600, like they should have been like, listen, 5 grand, and then you have to declare it 8 grand or some shit. Fucking $600. You could just pop on eBay, sell 3 things a fucking year, and go well past $600 if you're selling expensive shit. And now I have to prove to you that I didn't make profit on it. Like what? I don't. It's fucking weird. It's. But I mean, I've barely sold anything this year, so I'm not even at 600. Because I've been working a bunch, so money's coming from there. I get money from YouTube as well, so. But I was like getting ready to get back into YouTube. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till 2023, see what happens, and then whatever. If things happen, I'll try to fucking figure it out. But that's kind of just like. I mean, I'll sit here and say, hey, 20 grand or whatever the fuck it was, 1920, probably a little too high before you have to declare, it's a lot of fucking money. But to drop it to 6, the fuck out of here. They should split the differences at 10K. But to drop it so low is like crazy, because that is going to cause confusion. Like, it's 600 on YouTube, but there's no confusion. Like, you get it. If you make 600, you're going to get the form. You got to fill it out. You pay some taxes on it. Okay, there's no proving anything, because you're not, there's no, any, YouTube. It's like, oh, did I He's like, did I make profit? I mean, they're doing this with everything. I think PayPal, I think Venmo, all that shit. What are you gonna do? There's a lot of I usually throw on Tubi just to fucking watch like the ghost paranormal documentaries. They have other, like watch that documentary Tread on there. The Acid King I watch on there, another documentary. They have like good ones other than they have other good ones other than just fucking paranormal shit. I watched the Console Wars documentary on Paramount. It was about Sega and how they fucking like got in there and took the fight to Nintendo when Nintendo pretty much had like a monopoly on video games throughout the 80s and shit, and like literally controlled the fucking market. And Sega came with the Genesis and the marketing plan and shit, and like literally going directly at Nintendo in the commercials. But then Sega made a ton of missteps. After the Genesis, the Saturn failed. They fucking put out the 32X. They like put out expansions to their fucking system back then. You'd like plug the 32X into the fucking goddamn thing, which was on top of the Sega CD. If you had the top Sega CD, there was also the second model Sega CD was on the side. But the original model Sega CD, you pop the Genesis on top of that. You have a 32X that goes on. They would have you've seen it maybe. They have the tower. Sonic and Knuckles is in there. All this other shit. I'm sorry. There's also the Master System converter where you put that in, I think, and then you can put Master System games into there. But they made a bunch of missteps, and then Saturn came out that misstep, and then Sony fucking buried them. Dreamcast came out, it had a good first year. So fucking Sony came in, finished them off completely as a console making company, which is kind of sad because they always did weird shit. Like Nintendo would do weird stuff too, and think a little bit outside the box, strange shit. Sega did so much fucking weird shit when it came to games, and a lot of times not to its fucking benefit. But the Genesis was sick. Dreamcast was a great system too. I had a Master System when I was young, and it was cool. But they didn't have a foothold then, and then Sega came in and actually started fucking like getting in there. But they were saying how like Sega of Japan was like they had a plan to get the technology or the chip or whatever used that ended up being used in the original PlayStation. They could have had it, the 3D shit. And the president of Sega Japan's like, no, and that fucking obviously was a mistake. Because the best part of the documentary is like the end. It's like Saturn came out. They show like the Nintendo guy talking, the one president of Nintendo. That's actually another funny part. When Saturn was coming out, one of the guys left Sega and went to PlayStation. And Sega comes out with a Saturn at the I think it was CES still. It was not E3 at that point. I think it was CES still. And the guy's like, oh, the Saturn's going to be $399. And they have a whole speech and everything. You know, these shows, the companies do a big thing. This guy used to work at Sega, comes out, and all he says is $299. It's going to be $100 cheaper, and just walks off the stage. But anyway, it's like, the Saturn barely sold any units. I forget what the number was. It was like maybe 8 million or some shit. And like the N64, 30 million. And then they're like, but the Sony PlayStation set the fucking console record at the time before the PS2 broke it. Like 100 million. So Sony just came in and steamrolled the other console makers. It's kind of funny. You see a lot of people make indie games in the vein of the 16-bit type shit. And now you have like the little mini Super Nintendo, mini Genesis, mini Turbo Graphics. But it's kind of like it's like I would love to see like a console maker, Sega, Nintendo. You know what? We're gonna release like a fucking $150 system, and we're gonna make specifically just 16-bit games, not a shit ton of them. 2 16-bit games and have them put on that system. The Genesis 2, you know, something like that. I was actually looking to get it didn't come out on the Super Nintendo, it came out on Super Famicom, the original Clock Tower. But you can buy versions of it that are translated. I may do that for like $60. And I think Clock Tower 2 was on the PlayStation. I don't know if they re-released the original Clock Tower on the PlayStation as well, but and then 3 was on the PlayStation 2. It was another train. These trains are going fucking back and forth like crazy. Can't get them to come out enough. Fucking on the way home during the week, but shit weekend, they're fucking going back and forth all fucking day. Yeah, but that would be kind of cool. Like part of me's reverting back to older stuff. I watched on Jeff Gershman's channel. He was talking over Gamescom, a gaming show, and there was this Lies of P. It was like a Pinocchio, like a reimagining game that actually looked kind of fucking cool. There's a couple other games on there, I can't remember what they were, that looked okay, but nothing besides that one was like, oh shit. The one thing that's going to get me into wanting to get it, specifically the fucking Xbox Series X or S, is when they fucking show some Elder Scrolls footage. Show me a new fucking Elder Scrolls. The funny thing is, it's like, it'd be cool to see new GTA, but I could literally go without GTA. And Elder Scrolls gets announced with a release date, I'm going to have to make a move. I remember when Oblivion came out, I specifically got the 360 for it. I was going to wait for a while, and then I saw the screenshots of that and some gameplay, and I was like, fuck, I have to get it. At the time, this was early. Actually, I was selling on my friend's eBay account because I was trying to get the hang of it first before I started my own. I was like, I had like some money, but not all of it. I got the one that didn't have the hard drive, so I need a memory card as well. And I sold my copies of Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2. The Silent Hill 2 I got for like $2 or $3 at GameStop. And the Silent Hill I got for free. I was at this girl's house in like 2005. And we're like in her basement. And I'm like, there's some random game shit down. She had a top-loading Nintendo. The second Nintendo they released, top loader. I borrowed that briefly, gave it back. But I'm like, I see like a random, I'm like, Silent Hill. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, can I fucking like borrow this? She's like, you can have it. I was like, alright. So I played that. Because there was a brief period in 2005. It was before I ended up getting another PS2. And then eventually getting the 360. I got the 360 in April of 2006. Came out in like October of 2005. But there was a period between like October, November, December of 2005. No. Maybe it was December of 2005. Maybe very early 2006. Because I had a GameCube to play Resident Evil 4. But there was a brief period where the only system I had was an original PlayStation for some reason. And I had the Silent Hill, I was playing that. Because I did not play that originally. I didn't have a PlayStation when it originally came out. But I ended up selling two of those, and I think they sold for, I ended up getting like $76 after fees and shit and shipping. So I think they sold for like $90. The two of them. Which back then was great, and I think they were benefited at the time because the Silent Hill movie just came out, so people were like, oh, I gotta get that shit. But now, Silent Hill 2 will sell for $120, and the first Silent Hill probably sells for the same. Now granted, that's like 16 years later, $240, maybe people say $250 for them both compared to $90. It's insane how fucking expensive these survival horror games got. It happened out of nowhere. Because I picked up a copy of Fatal Frame 3 in the end of 2020, Amazon, $50 new. And I fucking didn't get the first one, and that one was 50 as well. 2 might have been also, I'm not sure though. And I wanted to pull the trigger on at least one of them, and I ended up doing it. And now the Fatal Frame 3 I got sells like $120 used. And the other ones now you're not finding for $50. I was like, what the fuck happened? And that's over a 2. And that was before. That was even earlier this year. So you're looking at less than 2 years. These games literally jumped almost 2 times in value. Like, how the fuck did that happen? There's some survival horror games like a Rule of Rose, Haunting Ground. The Silent Hill's always sold for maybe 30, 40, 50. Silent Hill 4 be like $100. Like, what the fuck? Thankfully, I have Silent Hill 4. I got a good deal on Silent Hill 4 for the Xbox. Might have been earlier this year. It was like $35, $40. Now it's always cheaper on the Xbox. So are the Fatal Frames, but not by much. I'm like, what the? Where the fuck did survival horror boner come from? I mean, they're great games, but they always had a little more value to begin with. But all of a sudden, explode in value. Now, I don't know if that's just retro game stores completely manipulating the fucking market on those games because there's no set value for them now. They've already been out for years. Pretty much. Or did people on eBay start fucking hiking them up and then they followed suit? Or they started and then eBay followed suit? And it's like, what the fuck? It's not worth. It's like, even if I fucking had a shit ton of money, like if I had fucking $1 million in the bank, I'm not dropping like fucking $150 on a fucking used game from 2003 or 2 or 1. I can't bring myself to do that. I can understand why people do, especially if you've never played it. And yeah, sure, you have just unlimited disposable income, sure, but I still wouldn't be able to do it. I should see how much Cold Fear and Ghost Hunter go for, because I got those in the summer of 2020 at a garage sale. Might have been September 2020. And they were like, I got 6 games for $10. So they were a little under $2 a game. Now Cold Fear and Ghost Hunter both had value at that point. I think Cold Fear I sold for like $35, $40. And Cold Fear I think I sold for around $55. And it was selling for more than that. But if in the case of this, I think people were selling for like anywhere between 50, maybe 50, 55, and like 70. I went about 55. I always go lower than what a lot of people have selling this. I just do, I mean, I got it for cheap. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and sell things for $10. Now maybe if I had unlimited money, and I was like, what, I'm just gonna throw games on it. I'm gonna manipulate the market because you can do that on eBay. People fucking do that shit. There was a story I saw on another YouTube channel 5, 6 years ago, maybe even longer now. And they were talking about like the person like emailed them in and was like, they bought up, I thought, was it Rampart? Something on the Game Boy. They bought like every copy they could find off eBay, collected them all, and then started like lowering the market on it, or they were hiring the market, then they started to lower, they're manipulating the market because they scooped up all these fucking games, the same game. You can be on either side of the fence how you feel about like retro game stores hiking up these prices. Of course, you gotta pay employees, you gotta pay for fucking rent, you gotta pay for electric, everything else. You got your overhead. But it's just crazy, but I think that's my problem sometimes is that like, maybe I lose out on over time, you're losing more money because you go lower on things, but I can't. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Like I said, I just don't buy this stuff. You can find plenty of games still at retro game stores, good games for fairly cheap. It's just weird that the survival horror games fucking exploded. Like Rule of Rose and Haunting Ground were always the two that for a while back. I'm talking like maybe like early 2010s. Like you could still get them for cheap before that. Not cheap, but not fucking the price they are now. I mean, what is Ruler Rose Complete sell for? $400 now. I have not looked in a while. But Kuon was one that was fairly cheap and then exploded in price. Siren, I actually had Siren. I had a coupon. I ended up getting like $30 or $25. It was still a cheap price before that. I ended up just selling it. It's a pretty cool game, but I wasn't feeling it. I wish that price sells for $60, $70 now, but that's on the cheaper end. The Clock Tower 3. I think I've talked about this before. I got that in 2009 for fucking $5 at a GameStop. That game now probably sells $50 or $60. It's just crazy when you see it happen. It's like I have all these Xbox One games that are fucking almost worthless in terms of value. You have to wait 20 years before they become anything. And all these older games somehow keep going up and up and up. I think eventually the game craze, the retro game craze it might take another 10, 15 years, but it's going to subside. Of course, at that point I'll be fucking much older, but for younger people coming up, if you get into the retro scene, I bet you 10, 15 years now, you might have a better chance doing it. I've talked about this back even in the early 2000s, I'd occasionally go to flea markets. People were selling fucking original Nintendo games for fucking like 50 cents a quarter, and they couldn't get rid of the fucking things. Even for me in 2000, it's hard to get deals at flea markets, but you still can. It was 2000 and, what year was it? 15 maybe. I remember I got Silent Hill 2 and Knights of the Old Republic for $3 each at a flea market. It can be done still, but the thing is, even Silent Hill, Knights of the Old Republic now is actually fairly cheap. That's actually one of the games that actually has gone down in value. But even back then, Silent Hill probably sold for like $25, $30. It wasn't overly expensive. Like Silent Hill 2 was one of the ones you can get, one of the top-notch fucking survival horror games. My personal favorite game of all time. But a lot of people admit that's a top fucking survival horror game. If not the best, especially in the story department. It was always on the cheaper side. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, holy shit. But, it's turning into more video game bitching ramble for me. I said, I'll check out the flea market in Florida. I'm gonna check out Walmart again. See if I can find any more Transformer figures and keep them down there. Let them gain value down there. And it'd be kind of because that Walmart down there is like a ton of shit. So I'll see what happens with that. I'm trying to think. I'm at 44 minutes. That show, that cartoon on MTV back in the early 90s was so fucking weird. It was good though. I thought maybe you'd get a story in here. Oh wait. Under the leadership of Mayor Larry Vaughn Jr., Amity Island became an economically booming New England island since Jaws first ravaged the area more than 30 years ago. Mayor Vaughn announce a new partnership with Environ Plus CEO Stephen Shaw will create additional jobs that will triple the island's income and dramatically increase its population and real estate values. Local marine biologist Michael Brody has been studying the waters around Amity Island for decades and is wary of Amity's history. Ignoring Brody's concerns, Mayor Vaughan allows Environ Plus to continue construction while he prepares for the gala 4th of July celebration. As Jaws, your goal is to cause mayhem around the island while evading capture and death. I like how that's like all the kids. Stephen Shaw. Must think the fucking guy. One guy's name is Shaw, right? And Brody was the fucking sheriff. Scratching fabric here at the end of this. I knew Megadeth was pretty good. It came out the other day. I mean, my friend listened to it at work the other day. It's pretty decent, pretty thrashy. He's got some guests on there. Ice-T pops up on a song. Sammy Hagar. Not bad, though, for the Dave Mustaine band. He's got a really good drummer now, though. He's been there for a while. I mean, he always gets good musicians, but for me, Megadeth, and he had different ones other than Dave Ellefson, who's now out of the band again. He was out, then he came back, he's out, but for reasons. I won't talk about the reasons. But he was the original with Mustaine. They were the two originals, but then they had, Chris Poland on the first album. Garth Samuelson on drums, and Jeff Young popped on. But from Rust in Peace, their glory is Rust in Peace. So far, so good, so what? And Peace sells, but who's buying are both good. I'm not a huge fan of Killing Is My Business, but it's not bad. The other two are solid, but Rust in Peace arguably can be considered the best metal album. It's fucking amazing. The beats on that, fucking drum beats on that album. But Rust in Peace, Countdown to Extinction, Euthanasia, Cryptic Writings, all fucking awesome. A lot of people shit on Cryptic Writings. I thought Cryptic Writings was fucking great. But Nick Menza, Dave Ellefson, Marty Friedman, and Dave Mustaine, that's the Megadeth I truly loved. I saw them in '98. The Hammerstein Ballroom, the Cryptic Writings tour was a fucking great show. They opened up with Wake Up Dead. That was a hell of a fucking show. What else they play? Reckoning Day, Sweating Bullets, Symphony of Destruction. I think they played Trust Almost Honest. Maybe She-Wolf, and one other one off of Cryptic Writings. Played In My Darkest Hour, Peace Sells, Wake Up Dead, I said. I don't think there was anything off Killing Is My Business. I think they played one other song on So Far So Good So What, I can't remember. They played Holy Wars and Hangar 18. And I think he played Angry Again, which was on the Last Action Hero soundtrack. I think they did a cover of Anarchy in the UK too. I'll have to look up that set list on setlist.com. It was a hell of a fucking show, though. I actually caught, I think it was a Marty Friedman pick. Or was it Mustaine? It was one of their fucking picks. The band's throwing out picks. I remember I was just had my hand happened to be open at some point, and something landed in it. Think about the odds of this. Because I was probably, stages maybe. I can't really show this, but the stage is here, and I was probably halfway, not up front, I was probably halfway in. And I just had my hand out, and all of a sudden something lands in it. I'm like, what the? I just go to, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just throwing this. I don't know what the fuck it is, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I look, I'm like, it's a fucking pick. I was like, the odds of that thing just landing in my hand. But I think it was Dave's pick. Hell of a fucking shows, one of my best shows I've seen. Hammerstein was always a good place to see shows. So was Roseland. Roseland's closed. I think Hammerstein Ballroom's still there. So Jerry, I didn't mention when I saw the Jerry Cantrell show on his first album, Boggy Depot. He's got a third album out now. Rocky Depot, I fucking love that. That's a fucking great album. I think it's underrated. But we saw him on that tour, and that was kind of cool. That was at Roseland. It was only cool because it was probably about half full. But you kind of just hang out. There wasn't a lot of people around you and shit. It was kind of nice. But he played, he played most of his first album. He played like 5 Alice in Chains tunes. He played "Got Me Wrong." I know for a fact. I looked on the set list not too long ago, and they played "What the Hell Have I." He played "What the Hell Have I." What was on there? He played I think "Heaven Beside You," "Brother," "No Excuses," "What the Hell Have I," and "Got Me Wrong." And then I think he bumped out maybe like 7 or 8 on it. Oh no, he played like 7 on his album, and then he did 2 Pink Floyd covers at the end. It was like 14 tunes or some shit. It was a good show. He had Sean Kinney on that album, so it was half Alice in Chains at the time. That was a really good show. I forgot to mention that in the concerts I was talking about in the Music Ramble. I forgot to mention that show. It's a really good show. Listen to some creepy stories at work yesterday. It'd been a while. There was a point where I was listening to a lot of creepy stories on YouTube. It's like great background noise, and sometimes you're really paying attention to the stories, but other times you're just kind of doing something else, and all of a sudden you'll hear a certain detail, and you're like, what? How many of those stories are actually true? I would say half of them are fake. I always look at it this way. If they're shorter, and there's detail, but not in-depth detail, I'm like, those are probably real. But there's stories where it will be like, the person's 35, and they'll be like, this happened when I was 12, and they're fucking. It's not like you would remember the details of like where you were and certain things, but they're remembering full conversations they had with people, like word for word. Like what? Yeah, I remember exactly every word I said fucking 20 plus years ago throughout this whole story. Either way, though, they're still good. But that's fun. I should make one up for my channel. I did that a while back. I did a creepy story on my channel that I made up. It's pretty fun. What else? I have a few more minutes here to realize how hard it is to ramble. I'm doing alright, I guess, for an hour, though. Check something on my phone real quick. I want to check the score of a game. Yeah. I'll put this up tomorrow, and then I gotta try to film 2 videos tomorrow, and then a video Monday night and Tuesday night. So I have 2 ready to go for Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll go to Florida on Wednesday. Thursday, I'll put my videos, and then I'll start filming on the phone. So I'm gonna warn people. There's probably about 4 or 5 videos down there that are filmed on my phone. I've done that before. People don't seem to mind, but I'm just letting people know. Probably some drink reviews. I'll do a ramble. Some drink reviews and maybe some eating vids as well. This gum is losing. I'm gonna have to take this gum out of my mouth in a minute. It's losing its flavor completely. It becomes like unfun to chew it after a while. So I'll do like the last few minutes of this ramble without gum. Our cat turned 15. I think it's the 12th. It's somewhere like in mid-September. The cat's 15. She's going to be 15, or she is 15 already. We took her, like I said, my aunt took the rest to Florida. We ended up taking this one with us because she was closer to me. And my fiance really liked her, so my aunt moved to Florida. We took her. And she has no problem being the only cat, so. But we originally, my family got her in February of 2008, so she was 5 months old at the time. Oh, I gotta take this off. So, she's geriatric age now, based on that. Cats. She's reached the geriatric age of 15 plus. I was gonna say maybe after this I'll watch another episode of Strange Days of Blake Halsey. Really good show. I really like that show. It's good, man. It brings back a lot of memories. It's just still a good show, honestly. I feel like any age could watch that show. It's just entertaining. I don't know. The characters are all well done and shit, I think, so. There goes a loud car to end the video here. Like I said, I'm still getting excited to do that other channel. Just kind of focus my video game shit on that channel. Not all of it, but, certain things. I put up video game videos on this channel, gameplays, and they're some of my worst viewing videos. They always have been, unless it's like specific games, but, they just don't, for whatever reason, view well. They don't view terribly, but they don't, maybe on a game channel I can focus to do them all, because I just lose focus. If I'm dedicated to gameplays on a specific channel, I probably will do more. Maybe I'll draw in more people who like it. You guys who like it from this channel will go over there and watch as well. Shit. And then it gives me more time to maybe, I maybe take out some of the video game things, put them on there, and then I could replace them maybe with role plays and shit. And obviously there will still be places to see those videos as well. They're not going anywhere. Like I said, I still gotta figure out some things with that channel and whatnot. Oh my god. Lower back's hurting a little bit here. Jeez. It's like a fucking power through, man. Maybe I'll eventually do a page turning of one of these Firefly books. At some point. I actually gotta finish reading them. I need to get the third one for that set of those ones. It's getting a lot in here too, man. But yeah, I might try to do this again at some point. I think once a month I'll try to do like a longer ramble, like an hour-long ramble, maybe push it a little longer than an hour, or maybe 55 minutes, whatever, in the range of an hour. We'll say 50 minutes to like an hour and 20. And maybe in other ones, like I said, I'll throw in more shit, like maybe I'll do a drink review randomly during it, talk about what I've been watching, which I kind of did here tonight. Maybe eating something, or like I threw in some tapping here and there in this one as well, just to kind of vary it up during the video. I don't know. Oh god, let's stretch out here a little bit after this, but yeah, almost at that hour mark. I'm not gonna go more than like 10 seconds over an hour here, but yeah, that was an hour long